Hey everybody, welcome back to the From Pain to Performance group. Today we are going to be talking a little bit about some questions that you should be asking your doctor or your therapist or anybody prior to you going in and visiting them. I am in a little bit of a different setting, so if my audio is a little off, please let me know. Feel free to ask questions. Hey Eldon, how are you? Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, but I did write this article last night, and actually I'm hopping on about 5 minutes late because I just got off the phone with a new prospective patient that's coming in tomorrow. And the interesting is they asked me a lot of the questions that I posted, and I said that's great because I want people to be educated. And the reason I created this information is because I belong to this group. Of course, this is my group. But I'm also present in some other low back pain cases, and people are like, what should I do? Who should I go to? And I'm like, well, a lot of the questions that people ask are really junky. They're not very good. And if you start asking better questions, you can get better answers. And if you really just start understanding that when you are asking questions to your doctor, when you are able to help yourself through education, then and only then you can start getting the answers that you deserve. Because if you don't come prepared with your questions, they're just going to go on their terms. And when you call up a doctor's office or anybody's office, you should be interviewing each other. Are you a good fit for me? Am I a good fit for you? How is this beneficial mutually? Because mutually, you should be receiving a service from them. And in turn, by them getting a service or rendering a service, they usually get paid, right? So we're going to go through these questions one by one. There are 10 of them. I didn't have a number like, hey, let's do 10. I just said, what are the best questions that I can come up with? And then it just so happened to be 10. So first of all, the first question is, does the doctor have experience treating this condition? Almost every doctor is going to say, oh, yeah, we see this plenty of times before. Truly, this is a marketing tactic. This is a sale thing. And they're going to want you to come in the door because, hey, patients are worth money. You're worth money. So just know that they're going to probably say, yes, we do this. I actually respect a lot of people who say, hey, no, we don't do this. But and I do turn a lot of people away. But that doesn't mean that because they say yes that you guys are a good fit, because they just see this. So you really want to know that that can they truly treat your condition, not just say yes to it. So once they say yes, hey, I can treat you, they're going to say what other techniques, or you're going to ask them what other techniques would we possibly go through on that day, right? You want to know what is going to be the expectation. Are you going to get adjusted? Are you going to get an injection? Because think about it, like if you go to a chiropractor, they're probably going to adjust you. If you go to a physical therapist, they're probably going to do some exercises. But if you go to a pain management doctor, they're probably going to do injections. So if you know who you're going to prior to, then you're going to know what to expect. Don't go to a chiropractor and expecting to get an injection, and don't go to a massage therapist expecting to have surgery. Like, that doesn't make sense. So go to the right practitioner and see what techniques are available and explore the techniques that they have for you. Okay? So finally, now that you understand who they are, they treat your condition, what kind of techniques are possibly involved, you want to know how long the first session is going to be. This makes sense, right? You want to know what follow-up sessions are going to be. Are you going to be in and out in 10 minutes? Are you going to be in and out in 5 minutes? It doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't matter about the time, but you have to be comfortable with what does matter. So if they say 10 minutes, you have to be okay. Can you get all your questions answered in 10 minutes or not? The average average doctor visit for primary care is about 15 minutes. Follow-ups are about 7. Chiropractic first visits are about 15 to 20 minutes. And then usually follow-ups are anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. So if you really think you're going to be getting a lot of care in 3 minutes, good luck. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. So make sure that you're okay knowing that that doctor's visit is X amount of time. If you have a lot of questions and you want a doctor to spend a lot of time with you, oh, I guess I am back. Hopefully the first end of it saved. Anyway, so sorry about all that. And I guess this cut out. So hopefully they saved. Maybe I can clip them together for you guys. So we were on question 3 about how long the first session will be. The first session, just to recap, for a primary care doctor in the United States is about 15 minutes. Typically, chiropractors are going to be about 15 to 20 as well. And then after that, what you're going to notice is that follow-ups are about 7 minutes for primary care and about 3 to 5 minutes for a chiropractor. So knowing that you're okay with that time should be okay. If you want 10 minutes from a doctor and they're only giving you 3, you really need to step up your understanding of that game. So, hey, Alden, welcome back. Sorry about that. So I really want to know that if you guys are like, I'm not saying that all doctors' visits need to be an hour or 4 hours or 2 hours or whatever it may be, but you do need to be okay with whatever time they allow. If they're not giving you that time, you need to speak up for yourself. I always tell patients that you need to advocate for yourself because no one else is going to advocate for you more than you are yourself. So I'm just going through the list real quick. After that, you really want to know, this is more out of curiosity, you really want to know, you really want to know how many people does the doctor see at once? Or if they don't understand that question, you want to know how many people are being scheduled in an hour, right? If the doctor's scheduling 15 people an hour, do the math. You're not going to get much time. If the doctor is scheduling 1 per hour, you're getting seen for like about 45 minutes probably. 2 per hour, you're probably getting seen for about 20 to 30 minutes. So you want to know, now this is out of curiosity, the front desk should know, or the person answering the phone call should know how many people are being scheduled at once, because at the same, they're probably the person putting you on the schedule. So you should know out of curiosity. Again, you don't need a hard answer, but it gives you an idea to go back as a reference. I would highly recommend you guys take notes, because if they say, hey, we're going to give you 20 minutes and they're like, oh, we booked 7 people in an hour, that doesn't fit, right? But if they're saying, hey, we give you 5 minutes, but we put 7 an hour, well, then that fits, right? So you can kind of do the math and decide if that actually fits. And it's almost like another way of asking them the same question, so that you know that they're actually being truthful and you're getting the time that you deserve or want out of that doctor. So you really want to also ask, what is the wait time? It's funny. I've never met a patient that says, yeah, I love waiting in your office. I think it's completely disrespectful. I'm not saying you shouldn't wait. I'm not saying that I won't have a hiccup in my schedule, but I am saying that you shouldn't wait for 30, 40 minutes for 11 o'clock appointment to 11:30 and then show up 10 minutes early. So you're really waiting half hour, 40 minutes. I've never met a patient that's like, yeah, thank you for letting me wait longer. So I think it's respectful of each other's time, and you want to shows the efficiency of the office and how well or how caring they are about your time and value your time. So question 6, how long does it take to fix this type of condition or this injury? And how many visits potentially? The front desk is not going to know this answer, and nor should they. They should not know because they've never met you, they don't examine you, they don't have the medical history. That is actually what you're looking for. You should be looking for the front desk or whoever's answering the phone to say, well, typically it may take, let's just say 8 weeks or 10 visits, but we really wouldn't know until we see you and evaluate you and get the right recommendations. I would hate to tell you X amount of visits when it's really not. And that's really what you're looking for, is honesty out of that question, and saying, hey, we really don't know. We would have to actually see you. That's an acceptable answer. Anybody who tells you, oh, it's going to be 20 visits on the phone without seeing you, yeah, I don't know. It sounds like more like a get you in, get you out type of thing. So you really you're actually assessing there for honesty of the front desk and to see if they know their procedures a little bit better. And then finally, probably one of the more important questions, I think question 7 is, will they help me with education so I can help prevent this injury from coming or getting worse or reoccurring? What you're looking for is education. Is the doctor, is the clinic, is the practitioner, is the provider, whoever, are they educating you and giving you information about your condition? If they're not, the Latin word means doctor or doctor, it does mean to teach. So if they're not teaching you, they're failing at their job. Okay? Seriously. Hey, Ira. They're failing at their job if they're not teaching you. And I would highly encourage you guys to make sure that you find somebody who's going to teach you about your body. I know you're not there to get a doctorate. I know that you're not there to get a whole lecture, but you should be a little bit inquisitive about your own back, your own body, and what's going on with it, and take matters into your own hands through education. You're literally getting one-on-one doctor time. Ask the questions to learn about your back. Nobody's more qualified than that person seeing you. So if you decide to go with that person, ask them if they're going to help you. If they're not, I personally wouldn't really go, you know. So finally, a big thing for patients is pricing. Are the pricing options? Like, what does it cost to see you, right? It's obvious, you know, things cost money. So what does it cost to see you? And you want to know upfront, because I hate when patients say, oh yeah, I went to go see my chiropractor and it's like $60 a visit. And then and it's like, whether you think that's expensive or not is irrelevant. And then like, as soon as I add like, yeah, I need this, I need that, it's like an extra charge. And so they're afraid to go back to the chiropractor or their medical doctor because they don't know what the final bill is going to be. And I actually personally, like, you know, I just got hit with a bill from, I'm not going to say who, but from somebody, that a medical provider that I went to visit, and I was like, whoa, this is $900. It was $900. I always pay cash. I finally went through insurance, and it cost me more than what I would pay if I just paid cash. And so I was shocked. And I don't like that. You don't like that. Nobody likes to be hit with extra fees. So you want to know, does insurance take it? Are there payment plans? Are there financial options? A good clinic is going to know that everybody can't like just shell out $1,000 up front or $10,000 up front or whatever the costs are. So there should be payment plans to help with that, especially a well-run office that's seen enough people that say, oh yeah, I can't afford it. So question 9. So if you were starting with me or with you guys, what would the process look like, right? What would that look like? Literally have them walk you step by step. Well, the first thing I would do is I'd take your information, I'd put you in the system, I'd email you your paperwork, I'd send you the paperwork, you'd come in for 15 minutes early. What would it look like? This way you know exactly what to expect and like how long is the wait going to be. You already have some of this information. But if they don't have their procedures down and like, oh, I know what to do. Oh, well, I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Well, what are you really thinking? Like, this is a phone interview, guys. Like, this is a interview for you to see if they're a good fit for you and you're a good fit for them. There's no reason why you guys can't be civil on the phone and somebody should be mean to you, especially if you're in pain. If you're in pain, the last thing you need to do is worry about their problems. And if they're giving you attitude, they're they're not taking the time to put you through the process. What is it going to be like after your 7th visit, there, or 5th visit there, and they're used to you? They're just going to wipe you off like, oh, who cares, right? So, what does the process look like? Are they attending to your needs? Can they help you? Are they personable? These are things you're looking out for during this interview. And sometimes, just so you know, going back to number 1, this is a big thing, is like, ask on the phone before you get started, do you have a few minutes to answer my questions? Sometimes they're really busy and they have like 7 phone calls. They maybe have a surgery going on. Maybe just something happened. They're short staffed that day. Say, is it okay if I call you back? Whatever, guys. I know, right? I had a patient the other day that said like they left their doctor's office not because the doctor stunk or was not good. It's because the front desk and they're like so unhappy with the way they answered. If you're in pain, you're the one suffering. Why do you have to hear someone else's drama and BS and have them rude and mean to you when you're the one suffering from pain? Yes, they may have something going on in their personal life, but that's not the way you want to be treated. And the way I view it is like, even on my longest day, like my last patient, 6, 7 o'clock at night, I'm tired. I'll be honest, I am so tired. I work one-on-one with every patient, but it's the first evaluation they've had all day. It might be my 7th, it might be my 5th, it might be my 10th, but it's there first. And if it's there first, I want it to be great. So it's same thing with every phone call. I might be exhausted. I'll suck it up for those 30 seconds or those 7 minutes on the phone. So, wow. So that's a second time it happened. First time this live is ever cut out on me, and obviously the first time it's cut out on me twice in one episode. So I apologize again, but unfortunately that's not. I don't know. It's not my internet. I can tell you that. So, one last. Hey, Amir. So one last question that I have going on. Hopefully, guys, I'll clip all this together and I'll just put it on a YouTube, and then what I'll do is welcome back, Helen. Sorry, I'll put this together on a YouTube or something like that. And I'll clip it all together so this way you guys have everything. But finally, question 10 is really, what are the resources that you can access? You know, you've probably already been to their website. What else is on their website? Maybe there's links that you don't see. There's always links that you don't see. So ask the front desk, do you have YouTube? Are there reviews? Are there Google reviews? Are there Yelp reviews? I know some of that stuff isn't a determinant for you guys, but some people really need this validation and this important information. That's how I got the last patient on the phone, is like, hey, we searched for somebody, you popped up, then we checked your reviews and you were really good. So that helped me. You know, I do a lot of website stuff. I do a lot of videos. Hey, Amir. I do a lot of videos. I do a lot of blogs. I have over 500 YouTube videos at this point in time. I'm a huge believer in helping get content and correct information out there to the public and not censoring that. So some doctors will have articles and publications. So you're going to want to ask some of those people that you see, you know, or that you call, like, do you like them? Because let's just say you're interviewing me as your doctor and you're like, oh, this guy's too loud, he's too annoying, he's too aggressive, you know, he's too blunt, he's too straightforward, because I am a little blunt with my patients. In my personal life, I might actually be, I'm a little bit more reserved, but with my patients, where do I find them? Tell me, what was the question again? Where do you find, what kind of resources? Oh, my YouTube. Okay, that makes sense. So I have a YouTube channel. It's under my business name, San Diego Spine and Sports Wellness. I'll put that link in my in the group, and I'll share that as well. But I do have over 500 videos because I believe in helping people. And this really, all you're doing with this information is asking, where's information? Where is the information? Where is the information about the doctor? Do I like them? You know, read their blogs. Don't read my blogs, or do read my blogs, but I have terrible grammar, like terrible. It's so funny. It's so bad. But I just try to get content out there so that I can help people. That's it. And if you don't like their personality, they could be the best doctor in the world. But, you know, you just got to like them, because if you don't like them, it's going to be really, really hard for you guys to work together. And if you're going to work together and with somebody you don't really like, we all know how that works in the end. So these are the 10 questions you should ask. I do want to remind you guys, treat this as an interview, okay? This is super important. When you go in an interview, like, imagine if I said, hey, by the way, will you do this job? I want to take you on this job. Oh, I think you're a great fit, but we only want to pay you $1. What do you mean $1? $1 extra hour? No, $1. We're going to pay you $1. That is it, a day. You'd probably be like, no, I don't want to do this. And why? Well, why wouldn't you? Because you're getting used. You're not getting the value out of it. So same thing here. You know, this is an interview. Make sure it's a good fit. Just most people choose convenience and location over the quality of the doctor. It's worth going an extra 5 to 10, 15 minutes. I understand if your doctor's, you know, an hour away, but you have the beauty of this thing, the internet. You can do Skype calls. I do stuff like that, you know, with some of my clients and patients with regard to movement dysfunctions and problems, if I can help them. But that's the beauty, is like there's so much accessibility out nowadays So just make sure that they're the right fit for you, okay? So feel free to share this. I hope these two other videos saved, and I will try to clip them together to help you guys. But these are the 10 questions you guys need to ask your doctor or your practitioner or massage therapist before you get in, okay? So my advice on that, and thanks for checking this out, guys. I appreciate it. The YouTube videos I will post everything I can. I won't be doing a live tomorrow since I did one today. So have a good weekend, everyone. Feel free to tag me, text me, message me in this group, and I will do my best to answer your questions. So have a great day, guys, and enjoy yourself, and choose the right doc, choose the right clinic for you. Have a good day.